Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, it's your dog, Tweedy. So yesterday I played in the Pro Competition NA East online qualifier finale. And the way Final Combat works, for those that haven't been following, is it's a $200,000 tournament, and there's gonna be 20 players that make it. And it's gonna be 10 through regional qualifiers, which is this is one of them. And it's 10 like separate regions, and first place gets into Final Combat. So they're first or nothing, no points, nothing like that. And then the offline tournaments you see like Viennality, Procom Mexico, Texas Showdown, Combo Breaker, Evo, those give you points. So 8 people get in through that. 8 people get in through the points. And then one gets in through a last chance qualifier. And then the Evo winner automatically gets in. So that's how it works. 10 through regional qualifiers, 8 through global leaderboard, 1 through LCQ, 1 through Evo. So I was trying to get a spot yesterday, y'all. So in this Pro Comp East qualifier, or this finale, so in the qualifier I actually won and Ninja got third and Unjust got second. And I beat Unjust, but I didn't play Ninja. He DQ'd because once you get in the top 4 in the qualifier, you're qualified, right? So Ninja just went ahead and DQ'd. And I didn't get to play him. So this is my first time playing him in like over a year in tournament or anything like that. So this isn't actually the full bracket. So you see these players and losers. Everyone started in winners. So to get up here, Ninja beat Sunio, I beat Rebel, Unjust beat Pure, and Bandinos beat Kukui. And this was the top 8. So I'm going to go over my sets in this. And yeah, y'all. So the first set's against Ninja.
Top 8, the rest of the broadcast, these matches that we're going to have for you. This is...
By the way, sorry if I'm not super responsive to chat, y'all, on the Twitch side. I will be, like, interacting with y'all heavily after I'm done with this recording. But what's up, Shady? What's up, Bakia? What's up, Snappy? What's up, Luffus? What's up, Selena? What's up, Inevitable?
I'm just looking at...
Yo, what's good, Jazz?
Tweedy Ninjakilla.
Yeah.
Alright, so an important thing about this matchup is, so Ninja's been maining Conan.
I was about to say,
And my friend Faisal, he picked up Conan Shujinko just to give me XP. Big shouts to Faisal. And like the stuff Shujinko gets against T1000 is really cheap. He still's like one of the best moves. But Conan in general, I feel like does not do well against T1000. And I knew the matchup pretty well going into it as well. So right there, I baited Ninja's anti-air with the jump kick and the goo.
Going with the Conan, I think he's
T1000 has one of those like air trajectory type moves where he can, if you feel like they're gonna anti-air you, you could use it to change your trajectory. Right there, I go jumping into the goo.
Is capable of what Conan can do in this specific matchup.
And yeah, that was a T1000 round. Y'all landed a couple of goops. And Ninja was dead, man.
Like, who else is playing Conan?
Yo, thank you, Super Saiyan.
Who is Tweedy gonna
I'm still feeling kind of sick, Os, but I'm pretty much over it, I think.
Oh my god, huge.
Like, I should be completely fine later today or tomorrow.
That big button from Ninjakilla. Like, when you're playing against Conan, you have to realize that whether the approach is through the air or
Alright, got the command grab.
They are ready to press a button from so far away.
Not going for the optimal combo there, going for the slightly less than optimal. The optimal kind of scares me a little bit.
Whether it's a big jump in sword swing.
Jump into Movado, broke Ninja's armor.
Multiple hits, shredding through that armor. That was literally this was a steamroll. This was absolute crazy.
Yeah, that was a beatdown right there, man. So what were the sequences in that round? I saw the armor break.
So Conan,
so what I started with a command grab.
Oh my god.
So Ninja got a hit there, didn't confirm into anything. Well, he didn't have resources to confirm into anything because here's the thing, right? Like Conan Shujinko, he relies on Shujinko to launch. If he doesn't have Shujinko to launch, then he needs hella bars. So you see he put Shujinko out there. Right there. That basically, like, he could have got a combo there, maybe, if he confirmed that second hit. But he chose to put Shujinko out anyway so he could get the command grab. In hindsight, I don't know if that's the right decision. I feel like he should have just taken the combo against me and then charged Shujinko later, you know?
Oh my god, huge counter there. working.
Right there, I got the spike.
That big button from Ninjakilla. Like, when you're playing against Conan, you have to realize that
Right there, I got a command grab, and then I got the armor break, right? And that was the round.
Ready to press a button from so far away because
Yeah, T1000, if you're willing to spin a Movado, so good at breaking armor. Just do that Movado into jump kick.
Big jump in sword swing.
Now, some people get confused. They say, like, oh, it's a hard to blockable. It's not necessarily a hard to blockable because the low's always going to come first, right? But if someone does something stupid, like they armor, they try to jump, they don't know the low comes first, then yeah, they're gonna get comboed. But yeah, the low does always come first if you're fighting against someone doing that to you.
Through that armor, that was literally.
And yeah, it's gonna kill there. I'm gonna be able to get another slide for shit.
This is looking crazy. Oh
Yo, what's up, Brad? Appreciate you being here.
This is Ninjakilla on the other side, Arma.
Do you feel a switch?
Oh, definitely. There's no way that he.
Back to that. Gets strong. And he never.
All right, sticking with the Conan, okay. Conan boning, got your girl moaning because she got flown in.
So here's a different approach here. Maybe not so jumpy.
Nice punish there from Ninja. He dropped it though.
Because Spike can be punished so hard from anyone up close.
Got the mix,
only
okay.
A few characters have something fast enough and something.
I think Ninja dropped a couple things
to
this
really
round.
Make you second guess of doing that.
Yeah, I'm down, Romans. I'm down.
But in the past, I've seen Tweedy as the type of player to refuse.
That was
to
a
get
bad drop.
conditioned.
Yeah, he had
So,
two bad
look
drops
at
this
Tweedy,
round.
Hands on the wheel at all times.
I had a bad drop right
Ready.
here too.
Like,
Watch
Who
this.
was expecting Ninjakilla to drop a combo? Absolutely nobody. But Tweedy.
But
was.
Ninja didn't
Tweedy
know I was
ready
gonna
to
drop
swing.
it, and I just
Tweedy
got a
was ready to punish.
re-combo.
And Tweedy
That
ready
shit's
to take
funny when that happens,
3
bro.
rounds straight.
Yo, let's get Red
And,
Ranger.
The score is wrong. Tweedy won the game last game. So if we could switch that to 1-0 in favor of Tweedy.
Yep.
Got the command grab
Command
again. Let's
grab.
get it.
We got
Going-
Tweedy started.
Going for a ride. Movado extending the combo, and Tweedy just pushing him closer and closer to the corner. Your long buttons mean
Or
nothing
what do I do
when
here?
I'm in your face,
Oh, the
and
double
you've got
overhead. Let's
nowhere
go.
to back up to.
Exactly. This is exactly where Tweedy wants Ninjakilla to be, in the corner, because, like you said,
Went for the armor break there. He didn't punish me.
Or T1000s.
Oh, that was
Being able
good.
to
I could have
be
punished
long
that, but I
range,
wasn't ready.
disjointed. Good jump. Good
Yeah, that
knowledge.
command grab's really
Both
cheap, has like no
punches
recovery,
at the
but
same time. Tweedy looking
Conan
really
just in
good at
general
this
is not
round
good in
right
this
now.
matchup.
Definitely has the momentum and should be able to close it out here. Low.
How did I win this? We did not armor.
Person. You know, it's. I also want to talk about that decision that Tweedy made.
See,
there.
that's
I
the
guess at
thing.
the end,
People
kind
are
of
always like,
nullifies
"Do
what I
you
was
watch
saying.
tape?" Nah,
But
because I remember
even
what
though Tweedy
happened.
could have done more
Like, do you
damage
forget what happened
with,
in your matches?
with
Like, I never
extending the combo
understood watching
with
tape that
meter.
much. I
Decided
watch
not to
other
because
people's
Tweedy
tape.
knows
Like
how
coming into the
hard
set, I watched
Conan
Ninja play.
is.
I
And
watched
knows that if I don't have my breaker,
that Katana player
I'm
play
going
who
to
I was
lose
supposed to play but dropped
probably half
out.
my health.
If
But I
not
never
more,
watched my
it's
own
so
tape. I
true.
remember what
Having
happened.
breaker is gonna be
You know what I
so
mean?
important in this game.
Maybe some
It's
people
just
like their ego makes them
feels
remember
like
the match
Tweedy
wrong.
doesn't
I
have
just remember what happened in the match.
Tweedy's game plan.
So I don't know. I never
We've
feel the
got
need to
Ninjakilla
rewatch my
switching
own
to
matches.
T1000, looking to make this mirror happen.
I mean,
All right, the
Conan really
T1000
wasn't
mirror,
working.
okay.
Even the one time that Ninjakilla was able to get that Shujinko command grab out, it's kind of it's a summon. It's not an ambush, but
Do you think
because it's a
T1000
summon,
needs a nerf?
You know, the character
No, I'm
goes
never
into
anyone
this
to ever say
state and,
something
you know,
needs a
Tweedy
nerf. You
reacted
know what I
to it
mean?
Right away. He didn't
And,
punish it, but he did not get grabbed by it either.
And you might be like, well, you're just saying that because you play T1000. Bro, I went through Gears
Right away.
Fujin, bro.
He's like, okay, this is
And
my
I wouldn't be on
character,
Twitter
you
like,
know?
nerf,
He
please
has
nerf.
A little bit of a
Like, I feel like that's
history
just
there
kinda,
with people
like,
playing
bitch
his
made.
character and him not being too
But will
happy about
T1000
it.
get nerfed? Yeah,
Shades
for
of,
sure.
Evo
T1000 and Cyrix will both
2018.
probably get nerfed.
2018, yeah.
2018 Evo,
Um,
Injustice 2,
and then I'll move on, man.
stage, Tweedy yelling
Like, I don't know if
Sonic
y'all saw on
Fox,
Twitter yesterday,
pick a
but
different
Perfect
character.
Legend was like,
Pick a different
desperately
character.
trying to get
That was
T1000 not
one to
nerfed.
see again,
He was like, please don't nerf T1000 like you did to
Get in the
Kung Lao
corner.
back in the day,
This is your home
please.
now, you're gonna stay
Me,
here.
like, I'm a real tier whore right now,
Again,
so like I
again,
understand like
getting hit.
every character I play is gonna get nerfed. I'm not even
Armor's
worried about
out,
it.
trying to
Like
find
I'm
something,
like I'm on to the
anything
next
here,
one,
but
like the
Tweedy
Jay
fighting
Z
right
song.
back.
You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be the breaker. No,
Like, I'm not
drops
even
it on
worried about it,
purpose
bro.
To avoid the breaker, super smart.
yeah,
from
T1000
Tweedy,
will
and
get
that
nerfed,
spike,
in
I
my
believe,
opinion.
is not breakable. I believe it
All right, let me
counts
skip
as a
this fade. I don't want to get
projectile, thus
demonetized
cannot-
first video back. So yeah, I was able to 3-0 Ninja in the first set. To be honest, like, and you'll see I did play Ninja again in grand finals, and it was much more competitive. So that first set, like, he went Conan, and I feel like I was way more ahead in the Conan matchup because of my games against Faisal. And then he tried to go T1000 last game, but his T1000 was just honestly kind of crusty. So I have like a big advantage in that set. So the next set I played was, I believe, against Unjust. Yo, what's good, Sergey? All right, let's see if we can find my set versus Unjust here. I think it was after... Was it after Ninja versus Kukui? I think it was. Okay, here we go. No spoilers.
Your players who have been there. Ninja Zone. Cable down.
This broad. I don't know a robot on the other side. It's frustrated easily.
He also did
just
Samurai.
locked in. Oh, first we got my Unjust and Tweedy. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
started
we're
with
going for
sweeping
the
to
other one
Movado.
first.
I was like,
We're going
when he hit
Mighty
me with that, I was
Unjust
like, oh
versus
boy,
Tweedy.
here we
No,
go.
it's all good, man. Mighty Unjust.
But then I was able
you never
to
know what
guess
he's
right
gonna
on the
pick,
next
but
mix
you
up.
always
So.
know he's gonna pick a good character.
And he didn't even have
You have
Movado
Saiba,
fully
Havoc,
there, so
T1000,
didn't have to
Cyrex,
be
like,
too worried about the
literally
grab.
No limitations when it comes to the
Who will
Mighty
be my
Unjust.
new character
Where
after
Tweedy,
T1000?
Tweedy will pick a good character, but
Um,
he will also kind of stick with it throughout, like through and through. Like,
See, I'm not doing that
MK11
anymore though,
was
Arma.
pretty
I'm
much a
not.
Gearus main altogether,
When
but
T1000
was
gets
playing,
nerfed
like,
to
Baraka
mid tier,
early
bottom tier, like
on,
Gearus and Baraka,
but always just
and I mean
wants-
MK11 Gearus, not
wants
this
that
game's
focus,
Gearus.
that,
I'm
everybody
not sticking
has
with him,
different
bro. I'm going on
approaches.
to Cyrex,
Sometimes people get
Homelander,
fatigued playing the same
or,
character, they get bored, and they want a little bit more.
Dude, you know who I was
stimulation.
thinking about? I was thinking about
Instead,
Sector, man. I feel like
Tweedy's
Sector
saying,
is like,
I'm good. I'm
is
trying
like
to
under the
grind,
radar
I'm
right
trying to learn
now.
all these matchups, and I think it's
And
awesome.
plus, I'm a
Oh,
good
that was so
spammer.
good. What a great
So
challenge.
far.
Yeah, so normally
they're able to
that
get round
sweep
one.
is
Let's
so
go.
hard to check because it hits you from so
I feel like
far
Sector
away.
is like the dark
But
horse of top
basically,
tiers,
that
and
didn't
I
punish.
can already
What Tweedy
spam.
was doing there was saying, you better not move after you hit me with that sweep. A
Pull
block, let's
that
go.
up block. That was disgusting.
Right there, getting the optimal.
Tweedy.
Let's
And
go.
yeah, like you said, he was on Baraka Kano since this game came out. Pretty much, he tried
Oh,
Gearus a
no.
little bit, wasn't for him.
I kept swinging too
And
long.
then
I thought
Baraka
maybe
Kano stuck with it
I could
until
task the
T1000
mine, but
came
the
out.
mine
So
was too
he,
close to the
like,
corner.
Definitely just fundamentals, really understands this game in and out.
Nice
plays
duck.
for hours and hours and hours.
Now, this
has
game got a little
lot of
weird at the
technical
end, I think, if I remember
and now
correctly.
Has a character that really is suiting
Yeah, so he hit me with the arm there.
That arm gonna break through.
Yeah, I gotta lend a hand here.
Yep.
Also, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all.
Suiting his game style.
This mix-up with Havoc, when I'm, like, really on one, when I got, like, a Zen in, when I had an energy drink, I feel like I react to it. Now, just regular everyday, I get mixed by it. But, like, right here, you might be like, how'd you block that mix-up, like, 4 times in a row? I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to downplay Havoc. Because, obviously, I don't play him, so I have no incentive to, but I feel like I react to that mix-up. Because, like, the low is obviously unreactable, right? But then the overhead, I feel like, is a little slow. I feel like it's a little slow.
Ooh, that arm gonna break through.
Yeah, I gotta lend a hand here.
Yep.
Could have hit you with the low.
Goes with the trade.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to. Oh no.
Ooh.
A random stray blood bubble just easily
Or
converting
the armor.
with
See,
with
this
some
was weird
Movado.
right here.
What's gonna?
I 4-2 basically
He
on
didn't punish.
reversal
No
there.
That was his game. Okay.
And then get punished.
Okay.
Unjust believes.
So I think Tweedy might have been playing around. He believed 100% betted on that. Tweedy called that out twice in a row, but I
Yeah.
think what happened there.
Yeah, see, I blocked that
Tweedy
mix-up
might
like
have
4
been
times in a row. I
playing
feel like
around the
when I'm
idea
really
of
on point, I
breaker.
can react to it.
Unjust did have full bar, so I think
Right. I mean, we did see coming at us.
here. I mean, at least Unjust has the.
All right, let's go.
He's got the hat on. He's got the
Yeah.
mask on. We know which one is Mighty Unjust.
Yo, thank
So
you,
I really
Lego.
I really love that in the mirror.
Meta Combat 1, yeah, true.
Tweedy
Mortal Kombat 1's the
just
first
hanging
game
out
I've
with
seen where people,
regular,
like,
just
use the meta. Normally
no
it's just, like,
mask,
random
no
fucking...
no
Like, whenever I watch Tekken or
T1000.
Street Fighter, people just
Right
use,
now,
like,
the Mighty
random
Unjust
characters.
finding lots of success.
Hopefully
but,
MK
you
can
know,
get into
in
state
one
like that.
instance, It could turn into a back
All right,
throw.
got a spike,
It
side
could turn
switch, let's
into a
go.
low spike. Love the switch under here from Tweedy. And here comes the breaker. No more resources for the Mighty Unjust. Doesn't get the punish in time.
Oh, nice
And
duck
the
from
duck
Unjust. Okay, I think that's the
under
first time my grab got ducked in
He's
the
gonna be able to
tourney.
get the punish quick breaker.
But that's
there.
not true.
Tweedy, he's
Rebel
gonna
ducked it a
be
couple
able
times
to
off
go
stream.
ahead and apply so much pressure in this corner. Only 950 health for Mighty Unjust, and that's just gonna melt right away.
Let's go, let's go.
Melting.
Yo, I want to get the
Melting,
spot, man.
yeah,
No.
dude.
Did you do that? on
Just
purpose?
like
I
it.
did do that on purpose. Yeah, thank
You'll
you.
see,
I was
YouTube
trying
audience.
my
You'll
best.
see, man, if y'all have it.
Had to act
By the way,
nice
for
on
y'all on
it,
the stream,
yeah,
I'm just
you know.
recording me going over
I'm
this
sorry
for
I called it
YouTube.
out, but- You know, I mean,
Don't really
I
like to
think that
rest on
makes
my
it better.
laurels and
No,
stuff,
it's
but
fine, it's fine.
I got to get something up
A
on
low
YouTube,
spike
man.
doesn't get there in time in order to punish. And
If I
that's
don't
gonna
get
be
something
an
up on
easy
YouTube
block,
now,
an easy
then
punish
I don't
for
know if I
Mighty
ever
Unjust
will, you
as
know?
he sends Tweedy for
And
a
I don't want to
full
let
ride
that
here.
let the tube go.
Catching him doing anything but block.
Unjust fucking
possibly
cooked me
trying
that
to
round.
jump out of the
Sheesh.
corner. Mighty Unjust kind of
Sheesh,
waited,
Papa. Sheesh, Daddy.
recognized there was no delay wake-up timing, and just
But yeah,
said, "Let me
MK1's
check
the
you with
first
this
game I've
high."
seen fighting game where people use
Armored
the meta.
to
Like
keep
normally
him
in fighting
down in the
games,
corner.
people
Tweedy
just play with
finding
honor.
diversion.
Like it's all mid tiers
Kick
and
confirming
turning.
into a nice
So
launcher,
hopefully
and
Ed
then we're gonna
Boon
get
can
the
make
Movado
changes to where
extension
like,
here. Yes, we are.
or maybe
Another
even start
bounce
banning
from the
people
air.
from tournaments
Oh
who use
boy,
top
We got the
tiers because
Movado
that's just
trap
really
out, he's
unfair.
able to block it. Gets
Yo,
hit
what's
by
good,
the
Romans? How you doing, bro?
overhead there.
Yeah, that was Tweedy
Oh, so
recognizing that the
my
Movado
name is
was
Tweedy
not
MK
his
on like
Movado
everything.
because he's like, I didn't call
Like even
that.
PSN, but
Yeah,
my
it's
WB
mine. I
is
gotta stop doing what I think I'm
MK
gonna do to
Tweedy.
punish. Movado
So
gonna be
just put the
extending
MK
this
in
here.
front
Absolutely.
instead of Tweedy MK Tweedy.
Left, I was gonna say left in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
position, but he's opting to go for damage instead.
Yo, thank you, Jay Fizzle. Yo,
And,
thank you,
know,
Dark
it's
Emperor.
so
Appreciate
hard
y'all.
to deal with that. With the Movado low coming
Yes.
your way at the exact same time, or almost the exact same time as a big jump and kick. The jumping kick can turn into an empty jump. The jumping kick can
Yeah, Abel,
you know,
but the
be
piece of the puzzle you're missing, bro, is like T1000 is so good because of his conversions, right? And with Tremor, you lose basically all the conversions besides like one loop of the mix. And I know this is going to sound condescending, bro, but like it's just true. I feel like when people think T1000 Tremor is like the way, they're thinking, oh, you get T1000 Movado, but with Tremor stuff. But they don't realize that what Movado gives him is what makes him broke. And you lose all that stuff with Tremor. Now, you might get one plus loop of the mix, but then what happens in the next loop of the mix? Now you're unsafe. Now you don't combo. What happens when you're full screen and you got to chase the whole cast? Now you don't have spike conversions. Now you don't have back Movado. Would I have beaten Ninja without back Movado? No. I would have never got in. Anytime I got close to getting in, I would have got down 3'd into grab full combo. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I feel like people who like, they don't play T1000 or maybe they haven't played T1000 Movado enough, they don't realize that what Movado gives them is what makes him so broke. Like the synergy between the two. And they think like, oh, well, if I pick T1000 Tremor, I get what T1000 Movado has, but now I have more health. Now I have plus mix. But it's like, no, you lose all the good shit just to have plus mix, which plus mix is cool, right? But like, I feel like it's all about the loop, like the loopy loop and pull. Now your shoes are looking cool. Because like with Movado, it's like, oh, I can command grab you, I can low you, I can overhead you, and all go for a full combo. And then after that, I can do it again. With Tremor, it's like, sure, it's plus when I do that, but then the next time it does no combo and I'm unsafe. You know what I'm saying? Because Tremor's not back yet. Yo, Stank, thank you so much for the sub. And dude, like a big thing with T1000 that like no one will admit because he's like broke top tier, they don't want to sound like they're downplaying him, is he has to chase the whole cast. He has to chase everyone in the cast. Like everyone's outzoning him. Like you could put an inanimate object in the game like a sandwich and it would outzone him. So he has to go in, right? So the fact that Movado gives you full screen spike conversions, well, nearly full screen, and back Movado, which back Movado is one of the best anti-zoning tools in the game, like that just completes him as a character. Whereas with Tremor, it's like, what are we doing? How are we getting in with Tremor? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We throwing up the crystalline armor and walking in? I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. I think Movado completes him. Yo, thank you, Fredrin. Thank you. And thank you again for the sub, Stank Williams.
Laid slightly, so it's really
Just like could jump in, get a full combo, etc. And it just adds this whole entire like pressure situation where you're thinking about so many things.
Can he stop Reiko starts with the
really
pistol
what
move?
it comes
Yeah.
down to is the overwhelming options, and even just the threat of Movado, and then if they don't do it,
Oh, I
you're
wouldn't
like,
get
oh,
any
cool, I just let
T1000
them
tips
jump
for
in
me
and get
because
pressure
he's
for
probably
free.
like, we're probably in his last days.
Surprised that didn't break the armor. It looks like that first hit whiffed a little bit from Tweedy. Maybe he just wasn't spaced correctly.
Yeah, also saying I'm carried is crazy.
Get
I've
the
I've
duck
won
out of
over
Tweedy,
100
though,
tournaments
under
with
the
mid-tier.
grab, able to get
Like,
full
since
corner
I've been in the
carry,
scene.
pops it up with
But
those
people are
spikes
just
in the
drones.
face.
Like,
Deep
they're not real
too.
ball
Get out
knowers.
of the air.
Yeah, so that was
Real
that was
ball
Mighty
knowers
Unjust
know,
going
you know
for
what I'm
an
saying?
empty jump most likely, and Tweedy just not wanting to deal with it at all. I don't want to guess. Like, I'm going to hit you because T1000's jumping kick is really good. It's not as good as Johnny Cage's jumping kick.
All right, let's go. Conversion. Conversion version. I'm not a conversion version. That's the thing.
Like flawless
and when you use
blocking
Movado,
might be the
you won't
only
be
way to
either.
deal with it. And then
Go the overhead and
Oh my
overhead.
goodness.
double overhead. Double overhead that leads into a combo either way. And that was a really good block there from the Mighty Unjust, blocking the overhead jump and also blocking the Movado low kick.
Alright, gonna get damage going here, but Mighty Unjust has a lot to make back. Tweedy just needs to take this round.
You know
to
what
take
Evo
the
or
set
MK
here.
tourneys
Remember,
was?
this is winners
Damn.
finals right now.
Well, now you know.
Both of these players.
Why didn't
whoever
I
wins
convert
this
that?
will
I
move
think
on
maybe
to
I
grand
hit the
finals,
spike
send
move
the
too
other
many
player
times.
down to losers, and it looks like it's gonna be Tweedy winning it 3-0.
Dude, that's something that people are loving to leave out when they say I'm carried. They love to leave out the fact that Ninja picked T1000, the Unjust picked T1000. Like it's like if someone ate the cookies out of the jar and they're like, I didn't eat those. I didn't eat those. I only ate this broccoli. You know what I mean? They love to leave that out. You know what I'm saying? The reality is like Ninja's T1000 just wasn't ready. So like picking his old main that can kind of zone a little bit, which is T1000's weakness, was just a better idea.
Over Mighty Unjust in this mirror.
But let's go to that grand final.
And he's
So
going and
Ninja ended up beating.
Time travel tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we're already in the West.
Jinko to Conan.
So Ninja ended up beating
Could
Unjust
jump in, get a
with
full
Liu
combo.
Kang.
Your face buttons. Mighty just sticking out with it, saying, this is with this turret nonsense.
I love how Arma calls him Mighty.
Going to
Just
going, my thought he was gonna go with Liu Kang. I got through one.
Should we start calling him
T1000.
Mighty?
Can I get through the next one?
Yo,
But
skip
we
mark.
already saw, as we did in winners finals, Tweedy easily 3-0ing Mighty Unjust in that situation.
yeah, and I mean Ninja. We saw he had the couple.
Also,
first
here's the
drops
thing,
when he
bro.
first
If I
switched
kept
to
playing
Lou, but now he's
Baraka,
warmed up
and
on
I
it.
maybe
He's
got like
beat the
5th
Mighty
place,
Unjust
lost to
on
like
Lou.
Ninja's
He is
T1000
fully
with my
locked in
Baraka.
as Lou. And oh my!
Can we talk
What
about
would
how
I have
smart
gotten
that
for
was
that?
Tweedy
Like,
to
just
not
people
let
being like,
Motaro
respect you
start
sticking
the
out
turret.
Baraka,
Instead
bro.
said, I'm going to
You
poke
know what
back,
I'm
not
saying?
with a
It's
down
just like-
one, but a down 3
Like,
to
what
make
does that
sure I
give me?
range both Liu
Now I
Kang
get to go to
and
Final
Motaro,
Combat,
so
all
I don't have to
expenses
deal
paid.
with
I
this
get to get
turret
Poutine and
nonsense.
Pootang.
I mean,
Or I could have stuck with
You
Baraka,
thought the
maybe
command
got
grab
5th
was
place,
gonna
and
work.
people would have
You
been like,
thought I was gonna
props
block,
to you,
but
man.
instead ducking
Stick
under
it out,
and just
bro.
says, literally just says,
Hey, yo, let's
literally
get
just says, fuck it.
I didn't even
I'm
mean
gonna
to do that down two, but
oh
it
my
worked, bro.
god! When all else fails, I guess just down two your way out.
I
of
didn't.
It, man.
I
That
didn't even
was-
mean to
that
down two. It
was
looked like I did, but
okay.
I tried to like
For
armor. I think.
Tweedy, taking that first
And I, like,
round right
pressed,
here.
2
oh my
too
goodness,
soon.
Ninjakilla, it looked like he was trying to go
just
for
got
the
down
whip
two,
punch,
'cause
but
it's
ended
down
up getting
4-2
caught
for
by
the
the end
armor.
of that string that Tweedy has out.
Props for sticking out with Baraka, bro.
Big opening
Thanks, buddy.
again, not looking good for Ninjakilla. He's pretty low on life here. It's not going to be enough to kill in the corner. But he's on 950 health, so one more touch. And no
Let's go. Let's go.
Double
Up
over.
1-0.
Now that could have easily been disastrous for Tweedy. I mean, Ninjakilla able like if he's got that tiny little sliver of health, he is not going to just block
Yeah,
things
exactly,
and die.
Stank.
Like Ninjakilla is going to try very best. The flawless block things negate as much chip
Yeah,
as
I feel like the
possible,
only reason I
and
beat Ninja and
it's
Just
never
is because I played
comfortable
T1000
with
though.
being in the corner.
Yep.
If they didn't play low tiers like T1000,
That was just
then
that
I
was
would
pretty commanding
I would have
for
fucking
Tweedy
been
for
screwed,
the
bro.
first match. We're
That's
gonna
like
need
my
Ninjakilla
biggest
to
takeaway
make
from
a
this
good
tournament.
amount
So
of
we gotta
adjustments here.
make sure they keep
Figure
playing low
out
tiers
this
like
whole
that heading into Final
1000
Combat.
mix. It's just so hard once the ball gets rolling. It's pretty snowball.
All right, let's
carry.
go,
Because
let's
look
go.
at that corner carry. You got hit once at the start of the match, and now you're right back exactly where you don't want to be.
Mix.
Go ahead and get
Mix.
The mixture, bro. The
Did
low
you block
piece.
it
Let's
right?
go.
No, you didn't. So
Yo,
here
thank you,
go.
Rusty.
It's gonna be a quick 35 for your troubles.
Good block there by Ninjakilla, the low and the overhead from T1000, but you can only block so long until T1000 says, I'll give you a command grab. Good block.
He
on the
could have
overhead.
punished that
Seeing
with Stamp
camera
1.
coming from nowhere, and that's
That's
a
my
great
7.
option to do against Motaro. Now that Motaro shot is super plus.
It's not
on
sarcasm,
block,
King
but
Smash.
it
If
has a
Unjust
lot
and
of
Ninja didn't
startup,
pick
so
low
most
tiers like
characters
T1000,
can just armor their way
then I
right
would have
past
lost
it.
because T1000 was obviously carrying me.
Now, Tweedy throwing out that hammer. I was in his stream the other day, and he was talking about, oh, when do you use the hammer?
Nice
and he was
confirm,
like,
okay.
I only use the hammer when I know the other opponent forgot.
Yeah, I
that
think
it's
they're gonna
even an
nerf him to like super low tier,
So that means we're
and
not
then
gonna
we'll have
see
to
it the
move
rest
on to
of
like
the set.
Cyrax,
Yeah, like,
Homelander,
he
Sector,
literally,
someone
he
like
was
that.
I'll just be doing everything else. They're looking for this, they're looking for that, and then maybe sometime.
No,
randomly,
Sonic's
I'll just
already
throw out a
guaranteed for
hammer.
Final Combat. Ninja
They say
has
it's
no
a special
points or
move,
anything
it's
though.
an
He's
overhead, why
gotta
not?
go to like combo breaker and
Forcing
stuff.
The breaker, Ninjakilla, no bar to his name. Tweedy with one stick of butter here.
Tweedy, I love these stand button challenges. I feel like it's a very hard
When's Final
thing to
Combat? We don't know the date
conceptualize
or
when you're
location
learning this
yet for
game.
some reason.
I'm surprised we didn't see the
Like every
brutality
other
there, but
thing for the
Tweedy's just trying
tour has
to get
been
this done as
confirmed.
fast. But I
Besides
feel
that.
like standing buttons
But we know the
as a
prize pool is going to be
challenge
200K.
is a very hard thing to conceptualize in this game.
Yes.
Because after that, then T1000 is bad. He has to close the gap.
All right, here we go. Can
Where
I close it out
think
3-0
Liu Kang is
again?
Really good in this matchup.
Huh, who knows?
Is up close.
Besides everyone that watched
but
yesterday,
I don't
let's go.
necessarily think that T1000 is
Missing
bad
that Movado.
up close. So it's just more of like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
Down 3.
Dude,
Solid
Sonic
move,
is like, I
respecting
love Sonic, but
everything.
Sonic was
I
kind
guess
of
he just
delusional
thought
yesterday.
that
He
the-
was
the
like,
string was over.
I gotta
special
pick up
move,
T1000
the
so
string
I'm
was
ready
over,
by
but
Final
instead,
Combat.
Here comes the low spike. It's
And I'm
not
like,
your
bro, you
turn.
think this character's
You gotta
making it to
guess,
Final
you gotta hold
Combat?
that.
Like, I
Immediately going for
don't
the
think this
back
character's
throw
making it
instead
to
of
next
going for a
week at
down
this
one
rate,
full
bro.
punish. Again,
Sonic's
you're
talking about, I
evolving,
need to
we're
be
going
ready
the
for
next set.
T1000 by Final
Neutral
Combat.
jumped right over the
I don't
throw.
think this character is.
I mean,
I think this character
is
might be gone by
Tweedy, like,
Tuesday
all day. This
at
is
this rate.
insane.
He is just like, he seems like an unstoppable force right now.
That's a good mindset
Absolutely
to
just
have though
making
that
the right
Sonic has
read,
though. You shouldn't
swinging for the fences,
expect
but
nerfs to
still
come in and
somehow
save
gets
you,
that
you know.
stray hit on Ninjakilla there.
But let's be
Possibly
realistic,
he was
like
looking for the whiff punish, but Tweedy just
T1000's not gonna be like
controlling
Final Combat, bro. He's gonna be in the
entire
graveyard.
game. Oh, the low into the overhead.
Yeah, we
Tweedy
saw-
is one round away.
We saw Ninjakilla blocking that.
Dude, you know the
before, but right
craziest
now, I think
T1000
he's just
discredit I saw
so
yesterday?
Flustered, so
Is Kale would make
out of
outplays
whack
on
that he's
Sonic
just,
that were
like,
just
this-
general
this is scary.
mechanics,
And imagine,
like had nothing to do with the character.
Imagine being able to
Like
put
for
this pressure
example,
on Ninjakilla.
Duck
Good
Sonic's
armor,
grab,
gets
Fatal
out of
Blow
there,
Raw
but,
to
they're
prevent
gonna punish
Breaker.
this. Back
And
to
chat would be
that
like,
Breaker coming
SMH
off of Tweedy, but that's okay. He
T1000.
doesn't really need
It's just like,
meter,
bro, like,
you know,
like people just see red,
apply
bro.
The vortex, to apply the guessing game
Yo,
in the
Lincoln,
corners.
thank you so much for the sub, the 4
And
months.
especially
Let's
not
go.
if Ninjakilla puts himself in the corner here.
Dude, Kale would
Movado for the
up-block
extension
Sonic and they'd be
afterwards.
like,
Yes, the
T1000,
bounce
bro.
into the air.
Can't fucking
Tweedy
believe it.
looking so good right now. Can he keep this going? Can he keep this going to win
Fucking
this
scrubs
3-0?
up-blocking me. I used to be able to
Ninjakilla,
just
you
jump
gotta
whenever I
wake up, the
want,
armor's
man.
out.
Back in arcades,
Ninjakilla
we could
waking
just
up-
jump on
okay,
people.
he's
You had to
being
hold
patient,
that.
Working his way in. All gets opened up. Is this gonna be it?
Dude, I almost had it 3-0 right here. Wait, do I have
He
it?
blocked the first hit and just
Question mark?
decided, let me just get hit by
Fucking
this high
scrubs
afterwards.
up-blocking me, man.
Oh, that could have been dangerous.
Oh yeah, he had that up-block. Dude, that's what I'm saying,
Nice,
bro.
Very, very.
Y'all say I'm
Oh,
carried by
there. Like, he blocked
T1000.
the first hit and just
These scrubs are
decided
carried by
he just got
up-block.
hit
I
by
used to be
this
able to
high
jump for free
afterwards.
back in my
Oh,
day.
that could have been dangerous.
Back in my day, I used to be able to just
Nice.
jump for free,
Nice.
bro. Now
Very,
these scrubs
very
can just
nice. And
up-block.
not gonna leave it
Like,
to
what the
any-
fuck,
you know,
bro?
He might have been able to get
God, man, fucking scrubs.
close to death if he just
Back in my
not
day, you
use
had to
the fatal
hold to
blow.
jump in.
But in this high pressure situation, I definitely agree. Spend
Oh,
the
it's already
fatal
over,
blow,
Resi.
make
It was
sure
yesterday.
kills, and Ninjakilla showing signs of life, getting this round. But look at the bar deficit. Look at the meter deficit. Tweedy almost full bar. Ninjakilla still. And I think that's why he's opting to go for a more zoning approach here. He wants to build a little bit of bar. He wants to kind of, you know, even out the playing field here. But that's what that Movado's
Dude,
gonna
without
do.
back
Oh,
Movado,
ducks
there's
under.
no way
Yes,
I'm winning this
that's how
matchup
you gotta
against
do with
Ninja,
that
bro.
string. It's a high
And
string.
people,
If you
whenever
let
they
him do
say
that,
like
that
other
is
teams
on
are better with
you.
T1000, they don't
Ninjakilla
even
with the
consider
mids.
stuff like that.
Ninjakilla fighting back. Can he get this first game?
See, I punished him
Punish,
hitting
punish.
Movado there.
He overcommitted to punishing the Movado.
That's
and
crazy.
I made a comment about that before. You don't want to overcommit with punishing those cameos because down 2 has a ton of recovery. And Tweedy is showing him why you don't do that. No, no, no.
Oh, he's cashing out. Now, this isn't going to be death, guys, but this is a situation indeed. Neither of them have access to Fatal Blow. Ninjakilla is close to having access to Breaker.
What's gonna happen?
No bar. No bar.
Don't
Ooh, the
forget,
face
last
out tech.
breath
Ooh, the
situation
back Movado.
is going to come into play here. So you can't just chip him out.
Dude, he
Tweedy.
was so
He
patient there,
bet it
bro.
all. He bet it all. He bet it all, or he just forgot about last breath situation. I mean,
No, I
this
wasn't
is-
trying to chip there. I thought he'd just get hit.
It's a lot of chip damage, and it definitely depleted the life bar. But I don't know
I just thought
if
he
it
would
was
get hit,
enough.
and he didn't.
And he still had 2 more bars. So even if it was enough, he would still have to make him block 2 more things without flawless block in play. And I think it was just so. This is terrifying.
Yeah, because, I mean, the more and more we play, the more and more comfortable Ninja's looking. The more and more, the closer and closer the round download that gets scary, the more
Alright, here we go.
like,
Game-
easier
game
time he's having
4, open
keeping
the
his
door.
spacing, playing his game, controlling the pacing of the match, and that gets scary. When you see Ninja starting to get a
Dude,
download,
he
that
was so
gets scary.
patient right there,
Very
bro.
unsafe choice there by Tweedy.
I really expected
I know,
him to
but
try
there
to
was
punish
two
right away, so I
guesses
just
there.
risked the
There was
biscuit.
Are you gonna lick
Dude,
with
and then he
middle
hit
drop?
Movado with
And then
back, too. That was
afterwards, like, are you
crazy.
gonna run away or are you gonna do the spikes? And Ninjakilla guessed right
Bro,
on
he
both of
locked
those,
in, bro.
depleting the life bar like crazy.
I wasn't scared because my
Motaro's super
mindset's
plus,
so
don't
good
swing
these
after
days.
that, ever.
But bro, like he was
God,
locking
and
in.
again with that same string and
Like the
corrupting
old
it, like
Tweedy
you were
might have got a
saying.
little scared.
You gotta duck it. Yeah, it's a high, so if it's up close, you duck under the high and just punish with your own high.
Dude, that back
afterwards.
Movado's doing so much
So
for me, man.
It's one of those strings that I think is
See,
really
like if
good
I
when
play
your
T1000
opponent
Trimmer, how am I
opts to
getting in on
delay wake
Ninja?
up, because once
I'm not.
those
You know what I'm
liquid metal
saying?
arms are on you,
And you might
have
be
to
like
guess.
jump and dash. That's
But
what happens
you
when you
have to
jump and
stop it
dash.
before
Like
it comes to that.
he
And I
just
think
gets
that's why
frame
you're seeing
advantage, then you're
a lot
guessing
less
on
delay
strike
wake up
throw,
from
full
Ninjakilla
combos.
because he doesn't want to play
I want to
possum
get
and
back
let Tweedy
Movado,
set
then
up
he's
that
guessing
string.
on my strike throw full combos. You know what I'm
No, he
saying?
wasn't close enough to get the punish.
Tweedy's gonna get something started here.
The craziest to me is when people say nerf Movado.
The
Dude,
corner
Movado's
carry on
literally
that-
fair.
that
You
combo
lose
is-
50
is
health, bro.
bananas.
It's absolutely.
You know how
ridiculous.
crazy it
You
is
can
losing
be
50 health in
anywhere
this
on
meta,
the
in this
screen,
economy?
and oh,
He's in
suddenly
the
you're
corner now. No, he's definitely in the corner now.
You're 100% in the corner, and what's the
Like nerf
doesn't
T1000,
block the
sure.
Movado,
Don't
though?
nerf Movado. That makes no sense.
Play.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, armor!
That's like when
He
people are
just
like,
blocked that down
dude,
one. That was
Cyrus
so
is a problem. We
scary.
gotta nerf
And I feel
Serena.
Like
It's like,
was one of those, the last players
since when
to
is Serena
hit
like
down one
broke?
in that scenario. Hit
It's just
down
her
one
synergy
point
with
blank.
one
He's
character.
more willing to just block and wait it out. But this is a whole different type of animal we're dealing with. This is Ninjakilla with his back up against the wall. This is Ninjakilla tapping into a whole
I'm getting
new
gamed on right now.
methodology here. A whole new character. Like this is
back
is
Movado,
comfort
man.
zone for Ninjakilla. But Tweedy's been here
Dude,
time and
he
time
is
again.
guessing
The
right now,
Leo
bro.
gets punished, but here comes the breaker to save the day. I don't know who favored in that trade, but it definitely didn't matter to Ninjakilla since he's got a nice life lead.
Has a nice life lead. Happy to just sit here and
Dude,
block. Great
so I
duck
blocked him from that
again.
overhead
Ninjakilla
and
just
then I'll
calling
command
his
grab,
out
but he
over
was
and over.
picking
Does
up
he
on
have
that.
the
That was
download?
crazy.
He is on the board bringing
Dude,
our
he ducked like my
first
last 4
set
command grabs. That's
of
crazy.
grand finals to a game 5. He's close to a reset now. The shift in momentum is
Dude, how were y'all
insane
feeling
right
in the
now,
chat
Arma.
during this?
I mean, and all it took is one.
I was
switch
feeling pretty
over to
good
a
still, like,
character
my
that we know
mindset's just so good these
Ninjakilla
days.
Plays, like,
Which
in
is
every
not,
single
it's not really
moment.
something to brag
Things
about,
we
right?
know.
Because I've been in the
And
scene 10 years.
I'll admit, Liu Kang's a
Like
little
I've
bit
had more than enough time to
underwhelming
get
in
my
this
mindset
game.
right,
You know,
right?
not as
So I was still
strong
feeling
as
pretty
Liu
good.
Kang has been in previous
But he was
iterations
starting
and
to
previous
play
Mortal
on point,
Kombats.
bro.
But Ninjakilla, you know, that's his character.
You
That's
slammed your
literally-
spoons,
That's
Zach?
literally his character, and
He was a good giggle.
and he feels comfortable. That is what I'm
Hell
saying.
yeah, Blue Ring.
Comfortable enough to get around the mix. Comfortable enough to duck under.
That was
all
a
these
weird
command
start. We were
grabs.
both playing on
And
edge.
Tweedy's got to mix it up just a little
Didn't he
bit.
get a
I
forward
think he's
throw to
gotta
start
opt
this
to go
round?
for a little less
See,
command
that's-
grabs,
bro.
but still be.
That's
super
why I
quick.
don't understand when people are like, I got to review my matches. I never have to review my matches. I just know what happened. I was in the match. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I review other people's matches, but reviewing my own has never made sense to me. Like, I remember what happened. I don't know. Some people maybe have, like, memory loss.
I do think he just needs to stay aggro, like you were saying.
Yo, thank you, man.
Maybe
Thank you.
switch up like where he's doing his tick throws or adding in some other things.
Ooh, if he waited just a little bit, he could have punished hard, but maybe he didn't want the Movado to come into play. That is absolutely heartbreaking there. That wake up shouldn't have gone
Alright, got the
unpunished.
command grab,
Here
let's
comes
go.
the regular command grab, doesn't care, just straight
throw
from
it out.
I mean, you know, you're blocking somebody's
really,
string,
Turtle? Let's
they're
go.
super negative, and the thing that they're most likely going to do is block. So definitely a good opportunity to do there. Fakes it out, trying to get Ninjakilla to overcommit to something. Doesn't get the flawless block there on that very punishable
It
string.
depends, Zach, because my
Does get the
memory when it
command
comes to
grab this
some
time
stuff
around.
is
Maybe
awful.
I'm totally wrong. I mean, I said I hope he command grabs less, but two of them very successful there. The empty jump gets called
Yeah,
out
me
by
going
Ninjakilla
for the
with that
command
back
grab
throw.
off the
Misses
overhead there was so ballsy.
extension, that's
Ninja
gonna
ducked
be
that like 3 times in a
huge.
row.
Oh my god, can Tweedy take the opportunity?
Scramble. Scramble
Big
situation.
Dude, the
scramble.
goop
oh my
there
god,
was
the
crazy,
overhead
bro.
puddle drop from Tweedy.
And then the side
I
switch.
wanna, can we also talk about the fact that he built more meter and he side switched by
Yeah, I'll
going
play the
into that
pop-off,
special
too.
move. Tweedy is hyper aware. Tweedy is locked in. He's not letting this scenario like bind
Ooh, got
him
the,
down.
didn't have Movado
Oh,
though.
I can't take this match, Arma. I'm freaking out.
Someone yesterday was like, why didn't Ninja do flying kick into Motaro? And I was wondering that too, but then if you look, it was right here, I think.
Is hyper aware. Tweedy is locked in. He's not
Where was it at?
this scenario.
Maybe it was later in the round.
Bind him down.
Oh, I can't take this match, Arma. I'm
See, right there he
freaking out
tried
right
to do
now.
it. Right there he tried to do it, but I
The
blocked.
trade.
Right there, that was the
Punish?
read from
Yeah,
a
it's gonna
couple
do a little
games
bit more
ago, but that
damage,
time I
almost
was right in the
almost
mind game.
18%.
Bait the block.
That's
See,
gonna
right
be
there, he
easy.
landed flying kick, and some people in chat were, why didn't he Motaro? He didn't have it. I thought he had it too. I didn't notice he didn't have it.
Punish, but
So
you're
he
really
was
not
trying
gonna
to do
get
it. He
much
just
from
wasted it on the
I
blocked
think next
one.
time he might want to commit to the Motaro if he does have it.
Right there, he
locked and
armored.
loaded. I'm so scared.
Oh, so much patience. Oh, it's so close.
See, right there, I
it's
like,
the
he
low
was, he read the
spike.
command
He thought
grab there.
command grab was coming.
Right here, I
Tweedy
cut the
called it
combo
out
short,
perfectly.
Movado.
One more thing, one more anything.
hit.
A regular throw? A regular throw hits it! It hits it into
Now,
the brute
now here's where you get real crusty, right? Here's where you get real crusty with T1000.
back.
So if you go back,
With
if you
punishing-
rewind the clock,
This isn't no bar.
now watch
Forget
this. Watch how
last
Ninja wins this
situation
game.
Is going to come into play here. So you can't
I do downwind spike, he blocks it.
just chip him out, Tweedy. Oh,
He
just
blocks it,
bet all.
wins.
He bet it all. He bet it all, or he just forgot.
I remembered that,
about
bro. I
last
remembered that
Be
shit.
huge. Oh my god.
meter.
I remembered that, and I said if we got down to a last hit scenario like that again,
One more anything.
I was just gonna down
A
one
regular
grab
throw,
on block.
A regular throw hits it.
and that's the
hits it.
tag, bro. Sometimes you got to be
Low
crusty to
spike.
get the win. Sometimes you got to be crusty to get the win, man. Those are those Baraka mind games, those Starfire mind games. But let's look at my pop-off real quick, y'all. But let's look at my pop-off real quick. Well, I can hear me. But let's look at my pop-off. Because I'm uploading this to YouTube. I don't know if y'all have seen the pop-off. Let's fucking go! Dude, I was going crazy. Alright, here it was. Give me that fucking Final Combat spot, bitch! Give me that fucking Final Combat spot, man! Give me that shit, man! Give me that shit! Give me that fucking spot! I earned that fucking spot! I earned that fucking spot! Let's go! Ah! Son my dad! I earned that fucking spot, baby! Earn that shit! Earn that shit! Let's fucking go, man. We earned that shit. God, man, I've had such a hard year, bro. I've had such a hard year, and guess what we did? We rose from the fucking ashes. Guess what we fucking did? We rose from the fucking ashes! Rose from the fucking ashes! Let's go, man! Ah! Let's fucking go! Let's go, man! Fuck out of here with that shit! Oh, man. Let's go, man. We rose from the fucking ashes. Let's fucking go, man. All right, well, appreciate everyone on the YouTube side. I will be at Final Combat. Going to be uploading more on YouTube. And, yeah, it's going to be it for the YouTube video. Later, y'all.